Oh, for more now, Shaina Low joins me from occupied East Jerusalem. She's a communications advisor at the Norwegian Refugee Council. Shaina, good to see you. But every time we speak, the humanitarian situation gets worse and worse. And that image, Shaina, of Yazan al-Kafarna, the Palestinian boy whose emaciated face is showing the world a snapshot of Gaza's starvation crisis. And he died of starvation. What is the world waiting for? Clearly, Gaza has reached famine, has it not? And does this not remind you of that picture of Alan Kurdi, the Syrian toddler whose body washed up on a beach?
You know, the images coming out of Gaza are just simply shocking, but unfortunately they aren't surprising because this is what we have been warning for months as aid efforts have been hampered due to long delays getting aid in, arbitrary restrictions imposed by the Israelis, difficulties transporting aid, ensuring that aid routes are deconflicted and that aid agencies and those seeking out assistance will be shielded from harm while trying to seek out aid. The fact that we now have seen more than 15 children die as a result of starvation, malnutrition, and dehydration is not surprising. And what we worry about is that this is just the beginning. If there isn't a rapid scaling up of aid entering Gaza, we're fearful that the number of people who are dying either from malnutrition or preventable diseases that they're unable to fight off due to poor nutrition could surpass even the 30,000 who've been killed as a result of direct hostilities. What is absolutely unconscionable is that this is a man-made crisis. This could have been prevented, and it's not a natural disaster. This isn't some shock. This is 4.5 months of us warning that this could happen.
It's incredible, and just that image of the Palestinian boy Yazan is absolutely awful to watch. And nurses are saying that children suffering with malnutrition are arriving at unprecedented numbers. Just what can be done, and how much of this is due to the fact that that funding to UNRWA has taken place, that cut to the funding has taken place?
It's a perfect storm of a number of different elements. The cutting of funding for UNRWA, which is the largest operating agency in Gaza with a staff of 13,000. It's the fact that aid trucks are simply not getting in. It's the targeting of Palestinian police officers who are accompanying aid convoys and ensuring that aid distributions could be done in an orderly fashion. And now we've seen the levels of desperation get to the point where it's just chaos and anarchy when aid distributions are being attempted. And to see that there are these airdrops, of course, some aid is better than no aid, but there are much easier, faster, more efficient, more cost-effective, less foolproof ways of getting in aid to starving people in Gaza. The American airdrop on Sunday was about 38,000 meals. There are 300,000 starving people in northern Gaza. And that's the equivalent of about 1 or 2 trucks of aid. We could have the Kerem Shalom crossing has the capacity for 1,000 trucks per day, and prior to October 7th had 500 trucks per day going in. We should be seeing those crossings, the land crossings, opened and operating at full capacity.
As you say, unconscionable. What more has to happen for the world to really wake up and open those crossings, or just stop? We're seeing babies now dying of starvation, children there dying of malnutrition.
I think that we still need to see people putting pressure on their political leadership for them to use the leverage that they have. The international community is not doing all that it can do to insist that Israel open up these crossings and allow for aid to enter and the protection of aid workers and civilians seeking assistance. The most important, the easiest way to do this would be to push for a ceasefire. And then we'd at least be guaranteed that there wouldn't be hostilities that aid agencies would have to be trying to navigate around in order to safely reach people throughout all of Gaza. That's first and foremost. But in the meantime, while the ceasefire is being negotiated, we need to continue to have third states push Israel to open these crossings. That's the only way that we're going to be able to meet even attempt to meet the needs of the starving population in Gaza.
Shaina, thank you so much for speaking to us again on TRT World. Really appreciate your time. Shaina Low.